Imagine, just for a second, you could peek into a single day at a Japanese language school. Or like, what could one day really tell you about learning a whole new language from scratch?
Well, quite a lot, actually.
That's exactly what we're doing today. This is a deep dive based on an actual daily lesson report. It's from July 14th, 2025, from Samurai, Japan, specifically their first ever group of beginner students.
Right. And our mission, so to speak, is to unpack what happened in that single day, lesson by lesson.
Yeah, we want to see how they introduce these like core grammar points and how quickly that turns into actual practical communication skills.
You'll hopefully get a shortcut to some of those aha moments, seeing how really simple things like particles, question words, how they unlock everyday chat.
And even how just looking at pictures can teach you Japanese. It's pretty interesting stuff.
It is. And what's really striking about this report, I think, is the immediate application.
How so?
Well, these aren't just abstract grammar rules they're learning. They're given these building blocks, and then boom, they're using them right away.
To do real things.
Exactly, like introducing their family, asking simple questions. It's not just theory.
That makes sense. Okay, so let's dive into the first period then. It looks like they started with building connections, using the particle to, that's to.
Two, it was the focus right at the start, teaching them how to introduce, say, two family members together.
Ah, okay. So it works like and in English.
Pretty much, yeah. It connects two or more nouns, really basic, but essential for just listing things or people. It's kind of an early win for beginners.
So you learn quickly. You don't have to say, this is my husband, this is my child. You can just...
Right, you connect them. The example was see, heir, husband, and child.
Okay. Or even more, like heir.
Father, mother, and sister.
Exactly. They picked up the key family words alongside it. Chi, heir, Cole.
Father, mother, older brother, older sister, younger brother. Got it. And the report mentioned the teacher encouraged using photos. Yeah, photos of their own families, which is smart, right? It makes it instantly personal, less like a dry exercise.
Definitely. You anchor the grammar to something real, something visual.
It really helps embed the rule.
Yeah.
So, okay, after getting that simple connection with two, the third and fourth periods brought in something maybe a bit trickier. The particle no. N-O.
No, I've heard this one can be tricky.
It can be. It's crucial for showing relationships between nouns, but it's kind of deceptively simple looking.
Okay, so what were the key uses they covered? The report mentions two.
Right. First one is possession or modification. So noun one describes or modifies noun two. The example was citrus chance. So modifies family. Makes sense.
Exactly. But then there's the second use, apposition. It basically means sameness.
Sameness. How does that work?
Noun one and noun two are kind of the same thing, but noun one gives you more detail about noun two. It can feel a bit weird for English speakers at first. Yeah. Sounds like it could be a bit of a head scratcher. What were the examples?
They really help. Like, this is my sister Marie. Here, sister and Marie are the same person.
Okay, I see. Sister identifies Marie.
Precisely. And the other one, which was apparently quite memorable.
Oh, yeah.
This is my pet, John.
John the pet. Okay, that clarifies it nicely. So pet identifies John.
Exactly. And they learned related words, too, like friend, lover, pet, and even some ages, like born 25 and 99 for practice sentences.
It seems the teacher even pointed out that no can be tricky.
Yeah, acknowledged it directly. And I think that's important, It shows that learning isn't always neat. Sometimes you grapple with ambiguity.
Right. You don't memorize a rule perfectly and then you're done.
No, fluency comes from using it, seeing it in context, like talking about your family or, well, John the pet, meaning solidifies over time.
Okay, so they've connected things with two, shown relationships with no. What next? Asking questions. That's often a big step.
A huge step, and often a big hurdle. This was the focus of the second period.
So how did they tackle it? Is there a simple trick?
There really is, actually. The report highlights a very consistent pattern.
Which is?
You just add the izuk after a question word.
Like who or where or how old?
Exactly. Those interrogative words. Use a rising intonation, and you've got a question.
Simple as that. Like in English, is this?
Pretty much. That simplicity is gold for beginners. It lets them immediately ask useful things.
Like,
what was this? Useful for those photos they were using earlier. Or, how old are you? And arago, where do you live?
Wow, okay. So straight into practical questions.
And think about what that does. It shifts the power,
Mm.
Suddenly, the student isn't just receiving information, they can seek it out.
It makes them active participants.
Totally. It boosts engagement, motivation. It turns learning into exploring right from day one.
And there was a dialogue example, right, between Miro and Ueda.
Yes. Ueda asks Miro her age. Miro answers 25, 25.
Okay.
Then Ueda asks where she lives. MO, and Miro says, Hi'ai Akabane. And she adds her family lives in the Philippines.
See, just like that, a basic personal exchange using those simple structures.
Mm-hmm. And they picked up other useful bits like Ulia teacher. This is polite form. I will introduce. Like, ooh, or and the essential or ula. Nice to meet you.
It's impressive how quickly those small pieces build up.
It really shows the goal isn't just memorizing lists. It's about empowering interaction, even at the very beginning.
Okay, but then the fifth period sounds like it took a completely different turn, away from explicit grammar.
Yeah, a real shift in gears. It was about reading between the lines, specifically on social media, SNS.
Social media, how does that fit in?
Well, the focus shifted to visual comprehension, inferring meaning from pictures, not just decoding every single word of text.
Ah, okay, so looking at a post and getting the gist from the image.
Exactly. Which is, let's face it, a pretty useful real-world skill these days.
True.
It also acknowledges that language isn't just formal grammar, right? It's deeply tied to context, visuals, especially online.
So what do they actually do?
They practiced looking at posts with, say, pictures of the sea or just nice weather, and imagining the content even if they couldn't read all the Japanese text.
So training that contextual intuition.
You got it. They learned some specific SNS vocabulary, too, like birthday, ROC, and weather.
And the examples were simple posts like, happy birthday, right? Or, the weather is nice. Okay. And the teacher was impressed.
Yeah, the report says the teacher praised their imagination in getting the meaning from the visuals.
That's great. It shows learning isn't just about, verb charts and particle drills. It's about understanding the whole communicative picture.
Absolutely. Integrating culture, visuals, context right from the start makes it feel more, well, immersive and natural.
It's like the grammar of the image becomes part of the lesson.
Exactly. Just as important in some ways as to and know for actual understanding. It's a really holistic approach.
So wrapping this up then, we've looked at this snapshot, just one day, for beginner Japanese learners.
Yeah, and we saw how these tiny fundamental bits, the particles to and no, the question form desu ka, they don't stay small for long.
They quickly build into real conversations about family, asking about someone's age or where they live.
Even understanding a social media post about the weather.
It really shows you, doesn't it, how a language isn't just this huge mountain of words to memorize.
No, it's more like a system, maybe. Small, practical pieces connecting together. You learn how they connect, and suddenly you can communicate.
It's like getting a new lens to see the world through, building confidence bit by bit.
And confidence comes not just from being perfect, but from actually interacting, understanding, being understood, even basically.
So here's a final thought to leave you with. If one daily report from a language school can show us so much about these practical building blocks, these sort of linguistic particles and question forms, what are the subtle, maybe unspoken particles and question forms operating in the grammar of our own daily interactions, in our own language? And, how could we maybe do a deep dive into those?